Welcome everyone, I'm Jarrett Medlin, editor and publisher of St. Louis Magazine. Thank you for joining us this evening at the 13th Annual Excellence in Nursing Awards. Tonight, we honor the heart of healthcare. While we can't all be together this evening, I know you're working incredibly hard to get us through this pandemic. So we want to take a moment to thank you for your tireless efforts and to recognize your inspiring work. First though, we would like to thank our presenting sponsor, Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College and BJC Healthcare, as well as SSM Health and St. Louis University Trudy Bush Valentine School of Nursing, who helped make this evening possible. We all applaud the compassion and strength you've shown during these challenging times.
Hello, I'm Denise Murphy, Chief Nurse Executive for BJC Healthcare. This ceremony is near and dear to me because it celebrates the people in our lives who lift us up and heal us, physically, mentally, and emotionally. When we have a cut, bruise, or break, who do we often call first? We call a nurse. When there is pain, discomfort, or fear, we call a nurse. And when the disease or injury is really threatening, when we are at our most vulnerable, nurses provide the salve to heal and the strength to keep fighting. A nurse will hold your hand during heartbreaking setbacks and shake your hand to celebrate the victories. The pandemic put a spotlight on nurses brighter than any time in our history, and you sure did shine. Your sacrifices, your commitment, your calling will be forever etched in our nation's memory. You are leaders, partners, and friends. Most importantly, you are heroes. When we say heroes, we mean that literally, because the definition of hero is a person who is admired for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. You may wear scrubs instead of capes, but you are heroes. You are my heroes, and I speak for all the precious lives that you touch. On behalf of BJC, we salute you. Thank you.
You know, St. Louis Magazine has paid tribute to nurses for more than a decade with our annual Excellence in Nursing Awards, but perhaps no time has felt as poignant as now. Over the past several years, you've gone to great lengths, working around the clock and putting your lives on the line to help others in profound ways. So to introduce some of the nurses who we'll honor tonight, we would like to share several of your inspiring stories. Take a look.
When I was 17, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease. While being treated at the hospital, I saw how the nurses were interacting, showing compassion to the kids there, those with terminal cancers, and it just moved me so much that I wanted to follow in their footsteps and help people. Nursing school really surprised me because it was so much different from your traditional university. The amount of time and effort you needed to devote to it was so much more intense. As a cardiovascular nurse, we deal with patients who have heart attacks. We handle them after the heart attack, cardiac cath procedures, congestive heart failure. But not only that, we deal with just a wide assortment of things with respiratory problems. Patients love interacting with nurses because we're the ones that hear their complaints, and we're there when they're suffering, and when we are there when they're happy, when good things happen. So they see the doctors as someone who comes in for a brief moment in time during the day, but we're there with them 11, 12 hours at a time. Teaching and mentoring is part of something that I really enjoy. I enjoy imparting experience and knowledge down to the younger generation of nurses. They are so receptive in all the things that we have to say, and it's great to see new nurses coming into the field.
So I am the program coordinator at the Valentine School of Nursing at St. Louis University. And what that role entails is I deal with students who already have an associate's degree in nursing, and they're coming back to get their bachelor's degree. So they're working full-time nurses. I actually do have a nursing background. I was an ER nurse for 11 plus years. I worked in various clinical areas, but I always knew I wanted to pursue academics. So I went on to become a nursing professor. As a program coordinator for the RN to BSN students, I actually advise them throughout their academic program. I review their admission files to make sure that all requirements are met, and I pretty much guide them through until they graduate from our program. Most of the students that we have that pursue nursing education, what they have in common is they truly want to provide care for others. They care for others, they want to make a difference in someone's life. And they want to be in a field where they're secured a position, somewhere to work regardless of where they go. And so they come through, and we have so many different types of programs: associate, bachelor's, master's, PhD. So they want to be able to have options once they get a career, and nursing provides that.
I am always amazed at the resilience and the fight in even the smallest of our patients. We regularly take care of babies who weigh just around a pound or two, and they grow to be, before they leave the NICU, 10, 12, 15 or more pounds, that, of baby that smiles and plays and reaches for their toys, and they, may have some challenges along the way, but it's really quite incredible to watch them grow. When caring for patients in the NICU, these babies are not able to verbalize where it hurts or how they feel. So that sort of adds a little bit of a complication to it, where you cannot just ask, how do you feel or what hurts? You have to actually look at the patient as a whole and take into consideration their labs as well as their vital signs to see what's wrong. The toughest part of the job is knowing that sometimes, no matter what we do, no matter how hard we work, our patients will not be able to go home with their families. Leaving what we do at work is incredibly difficult. We are constantly rooting for our patients to meet that next milestone, or improve just enough to be able to have their breathing tube taken out. So we're always thinking about them and rooting for them and hoping that they're doing well even when we're not in the hospital.
I decided to become a nurse because I felt like it was my opportunity to make a real impact in people's lives, especially during their most critical moments, which is why I wanted to be a nurse in the emergency department. I love being in the middle of chaos. I like being able to organize and help other people to be able to do their job. So being a leader in the emergency department suits me well, because it's constant busyness and just stress and chaos because of the work that we do. The advice that I would give to someone considering nursing or a new nurse, when you first become a nurse, the thing to do is just absorb everything that you can. You have to learn after you become a nurse the things that you didn't learn in nursing school. And I would also tell anyone who's considering being a nurse that the job isn't easy. It's hard, but it's very rewarding. You get to be there in people's lives when they need you the most, and not every person in every different career could say that. As a nurse, you get to be at their bedside and show them your genuine compassion and care and provide empathy when it's needed. And it's so important when someone's going through something very critical in their life. So it's just a rewarding experience to be able to be a nurse and be there when someone needs you the most.
Oh, the best part of my job is the education. It was just the other day, this lady came in and the doctor came. She said, "Faye, can you go talk to her, because she's stage 5 kidney disease and she's going to have to start dialysis soon." And she's refusing. She said, "I don't want any part of that." So when I go in, I talk to him, I explain to him, because I can't talk to him on a level that the doctors can't. I can talk to him on a level where I am familiar. I talked to her, I told her that my father was a dialysis patient. My uncle, 2 of my uncles was dialysis patients. I've been doing this for over 20 years. You can have a life after dialysis. So we talked, and I explained how the whole process worked, and she was so thankful. She said, "You taught me some stuff that I did not know." And so at that time, she was like, "I am open to it now." Because I'm like, you can still have a life. We have teachers that come teach and go to work. We have doctors that come to dialysis and then go see their patients. And I'm like, it's a lifestyle change, but it's not the end of the life. And some people assume that once I start dialysis, that's the end for me. And it's not like that. So that whole education part and seeing them realizing that they can still travel, they can still have their families, they can still go to family functions, it's just amazing, the gratification and the gratefulness that I get with some of the patients.
I think St. Louis is a good place to building medicine and nursing because now we have WashU here, and we have SLU, and we have Pharma College, and we have Goldfarb School of Nursing. I love, is teaching. You can see the student grow, and when they just go to the college, most of them do not know about medical. And then they come to the Goldfarb, and they start to learn. I feel, it's really rewarding because whenever I taught the students, when they're getting better, when they did something successful, I'm happy for them. I work as a nurse, as staff nurse at the hospital. I feel rewarded when I see the patient smiling face and when they're getting better. So I love both teaching and work as a nurse. I love both because I love, take care of patients and I love my students. And I always, work as a staff nurse because I'm thinking, when I work as a staff nurse, I can get more experience. So I can use the real cases and to teach my students. That's why I'm still doing both since 2008.
Thank you again for the compassionate, selfless care that you provide. It's truly an inspiration. I would now like to introduce a special guest. Ann Allred is an Emmy-winning anchor and reporter with 5 on Your Side, who anchors the 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock news. She previously worked in Boston, Columbus, Ohio, North Carolina, and for NPR before joining 5 on Your Side in 2013. Over the years, the St. Louis native has covered stories across the globe and throughout the metro region. She's also reported on the tremendous ups and downs of the past several years, even while facing her own adversity. Her story is one of inspiration and the power of community, a message that we can all appreciate right now. I'm honored to welcome Ann Allred.
Hello to the nurses and their coworkers, friends and family watching. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of the Excellence in Nursing Awards. You are a part of this because your peers think you are the very best at what you do. The people who truly know what your workday looks like, what's your worst day, what's your best day. And they think no matter the day, you work tirelessly and expect excellence. There is no higher honor than your peers' utmost respect and admiration. And really, your achievements, they are extraordinary when you consider the huge pressures nursing teams have been under. You've put this community on your shoulders, you have carried us through this pandemic, and you have done incredible things for people. Tonight shows your commitment is stronger than ever. I'm lucky enough to have a mother-in-law and stepmom who are nurses, and after several personal health battles, I don't know where I would be without some of the nurses that took care of me. I was in antepartum, the NICU, renal failure, dialysis centers, nephrology offices, ORs. I had a kidney transplant 5 years ago. And to this day, I have a nurse that comes to my home routinely for infusions. There have been dozens of nurses that have cared for me physically. But what really stands out to me is the emotional and mental support moments that I'll never forget. My only child, Nora, was a micro-preemie. We spent 96 days in the NICU. And when they said we could take her home, I was frozen with fear. That's when a nurse named Beth slipped me her personal cell phone number with a note that read, "Call anytime." And it gave me the courage to take my daughter home. When I was in renal failure, I desperately needed to start dialysis immediately, but when my mother and I got to the dialysis center, they were booked for the day. I was in a wheelchair and my mom was crying. And a nurse named Sandy made a makeshift room and found a way to give me my first dialysis treatment. After my transplant, I'll never forget, one of my nurses took the time to braid my hair. It's such a small thing, but it made me feel a whole lot better. Those are the times that nurses go above and beyond, far beyond the scope of their job. It's because you treat the whole person, and I am so grateful for your giving hearts and serving nature. Today and every day, you should be celebrated for your high-quality, compassionate care, your poise, dedication, and selflessness. You are impeccable examples of inspiration. Thank you, and congratulations on the recognition of your professional excellence.
Welcome to Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College,
where we prepare exceptional nurse leaders in an academic, learner-centered environment.
At Goldfarb, our students, faculty, and staff are part of an environment that values and practices excellence in nursing education. We enjoy partnerships with several of the nation's leaders in healthcare, possess the most advanced resources for learning, and have faculty and staff dedicated to mentoring students to achieve their fullest potential.
When you choose Goldfarb School of Nursing, you've chosen the right place for gaining an exceptional nursing experience. We can't wait to meet you.
Thank you, Anne, and thank you again to nurses across the region for all that you do. To help recognize nurses across the region, we asked a distinguished selection committee comprised of respected leaders from such organizations as Mayo Clinic, Johns Hopkins University, the National Black Nurses Association, the University of Kansas, and the Nurse Practitioner Healthcare Foundation to review the candidates. Altogether, they helped select more than 60 finalists across 17 categories. These nurses represent a vast range of practice and levels of expertise, from emerging leaders to those with decades of experience. While we'll recognize the winners tonight, the spirit of the Excellence in Nursing Awards is to shine a light on the profession as a whole and the important work that you're doing, especially during this time. You serve as inspiring examples and balance an often demanding, technically challenging job with grace and compassion. Somehow, you make the life-changing look routine. So without further ado, here are the honorees.
In the category of Acute Care Family Practice, the finalists are Mary Jo Pearson, Barnes Jewish Hospital; Faye Harper, Washington University School of Medicine; Veronica Murray, Christian Hospital. And the winner is Mary Jo Pearson, Barnes Jewish Hospital. In the category of Administration, the finalists are Jennifer Garnica, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital; Michelle Limberg, SSM Health, St. Joseph Hospital, Wentzville; Dawn Strautman, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital; Lindsay Wilson, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. And the winner is Lindsay Wilson, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. In the category of Advanced Practice, the finalists are Matthew Boer, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital, SLU Care; Janelle Holthaus, Barnes Jewish Hospital; Lakila Whitfield, Interventional Pain Institute. And the winner is Janelle Holthaus, Barnes Jewish Hospital. In the category of Cardiovascular, the finalists are Jane Getz, Barnes Jewish Hospital; Jill Igo; Angela Nuxall, Barnes Jewish Hospital; Lon Trin, SSM Health, St. Joseph Hospital, St. Charles. And the winner is Lon Trin, SSM Health, St. Joseph Hospital, St. Charles. In the category of Community Care, Ambulatory Care, the finalists are Janice Gray, SSM Health, DePaul Hospital; Vicki Henry, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. Brandy Holthouse, SIHF Healthcare. Dan Orlett, Places for People. And the winner is Vicki Henry, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. In the category of Educator, the finalists are Kathleen Armstrong, St. Louis University School of Nursing. Alyssa Haycraft, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Sarah Kimmel, Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. Zumi Lin, Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. Wendy Zobel, Barnes Jewish Hospital. And the winner is Sarah Kimmel, Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. In the category of Emergency Department, the finalists are Susan Duck, Mercy Hospital, Washington. Susan Holt, Missouri Baptist Medical Center. Sarah Moorhead, Survival Flight. Rosanna Toktrop, Missouri Poison Center, SSM Health, Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. And the winner is Sarah Moorhead, Survival Flight. In the category of Emerging Leader, the finalists are Dana DePascal Fortman, SSM Health, St. Joseph Hospital, St. Charles. Cody Meyer, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. Davida Stallings, St. Louis University School of Nursing. And the winner is Davida Stallings, St. Louis University School of Nursing. In the category of Hospice, Home Health, Palliative Care, the finalists are Marquita Morris, SSM Health, Hospice and Home Health Foundation. Carlita Vassar, At Home Care. Stephanie Williams, At Home Care. And the winner is Marquita Morris, SSM Health, Hospice and Home Health Foundation. In the category of Intensive Care, the finalists are Rebecca Howard, Barnes Jewish Hospital. Jamie Kaiser, Progress West Hospital. Emily Cruz, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. Madeline Reynolds, St. Louis Children's Hospital. And the winner is Emily Cruz, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. In the category of Medical Surgical Nursing, the finalists are Amanda Fitzpatrick, St. Louis University School of Nursing, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. Lindsay Gauze, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. Mary Marlin, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. Tara Molina, Washington University School of Medicine. Faith Torrance, Christian Hospital. And the winner is Lindsay Gauze, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. In the category of Neurology, Psychology, Behavioral Health, the finalists are Kelly McCoy Gross, Washington University School of Medicine. Rachel Sargent, Barnes Jewish West County Hospital. Kimberly Souter, St. Louis Children's Hospital. And the winner is Rachel Sargent, Barnes Jewish West County Hospital. In the category of Oncology, the finalists are Mary Beck, Washington University School of Medicine, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Melanie Davis, Barnes Jewish Hospital. Brittany Kumnick, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. And the winner is Mary Beck, Washington University School of Medicine, St. Louis Children's Hospital. In the category of Orthopedics, the finalists are Shelley Belize, SSM Health, St. Clair Hospital. Allison Rosem, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. Tiffany Schmidt, SSM Health, St. Clair Hospital. And the winner is Allison Rosem, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital. In the category of Pediatrics, the finalists are Kristen Bagby, St. Louis Children's Hospital; Donna Richardson, Washington University School of Medicine; Ellen Goresh, Strictly Pediatrics Center; Karen Holzum, Washington University School of Medicine. And the winner is Donna Richardson, Washington University School of Medicine. In the category of Research, the finalists are Martha Kreuzkamp-Antal, BJC Healthcare; Kristen Geil, Washington University School of Medicine; Verna Hendricks-Ferguson, St. Louis University School of Nursing; Vicki Moran, SSM Health, St. Louis University Hospital, St. Louis University School of Nursing. And the winner is Verna Hendricks-Ferguson, St. Louis University School of Nursing. In the category of Women's Health, the finalists are Lisa Bass, SSM Health, St. Joseph Hospital, Lake St. Louis; Barb Gall, Barnes Jewish Hospital. And the winner is Barb Gall, Barnes Jewish Hospital.
Congratulations to all the honorees. Thank you again for everything that you do. We would also like to thank tonight's sponsors once again, SSM Health, St. Louis University Trudy Bush Valentine School of Nursing, as well as tonight's presenting sponsor, BJC Healthcare and Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College, which played a key role in making this evening's reception possible. I'm now honored to introduce Dr. Mayola Rouser, Dean and Interim President of Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College, who will present awards to those honorees who received a perfect score from the selection committee. Dr. Rouser?
Thank you, Jared. As co-sponsors of the Excellence in Nursing Awards, Barnes Jewish Hospital and Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College are proud to support the nursing profession and all of you, the nurses, who make this field so extraordinary. These past 2 years have certainly demonstrated the power of nursing. As we look ahead, compassionate, talented, and dedicated leaders like you will continue to represent the soul of the healthcare profession in inspirational and innovative ways. Thank you, each of you, for your dedication to nursing by providing care, healing, and leading every day. It is now my pleasure to present the 2022 St. Louis Magazine's Excellence in Nursing Perfect Scores Awards. These awards are based on the selection committee's review of finalists and given to the nurses who obtain perfect scores within their category. For the category of administration, Lindsay Wilson, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. For the category of educator, Sarah Kimmel, Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. For the category of medical surgical nursing, Lindsay Gauze, Memorial Hospital, Belleville. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you, Dr. Rouser. Our May issue includes an end-up feature on the Excellence in Nursing Awards. It's just one more way that we hope to highlight your incredible efforts. Thank you again for joining us tonight and for all that you do. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.